Van life is always seen as so dreamy, but it is not all beautiful beaches and amazing spots all the time. Today, we're going to show you the reality of van life.
Starting with the campsite. Not every single campsite is beautiful, picturesque, beachy scenery. I do have to say this is still quite beautiful. It's just a different kind of beautiful. We are currently at a rest stop, and majority of the places that we stay are rest stops. And that's because
I would say majority.
A fair whack of the ones that we stay at are rest stops. And some of them have actually been surprisingly nice and beautiful. But a lot of the time it's just on the side of a highway, a busy highway, and a little bit of bushland. Pretty much 95% of them all have white bits of toilet paper everywhere, and you're like,
white bits of toilet paper.
yes, white bits. You see the white and you're like, oh, what is that? And then it's toilet paper. That's what I'm trying to say.
So Jan's very politely saying that sometimes we have to stay at rest stops because there's not beautiful campsites everywhere.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to. We're right at the side of the road with road noise, and majority of the time people are shitting in the bush.
That is one way you put it.
We literally had an experience. So we were at a rest stop one night.
Oh my gosh.
And Vian and I were in the van, and we see out the window 3 vans pulled up, and they pulled over right next to the bush, in the rest stop we were in, and they went into the bush for toilet paper. I looked at Vian and I was like, oh no, there's no way they're gonna do that right there.
And then they just pulled their pants down, literally no coverage whatsoever, and squatted. It's
maybe not even a meter into the bush, right where people were parking up, pulled into the bush, pants down, took a dump right there, and that's
definitely
what
did not
see.
dig a hole either. Which if you do, do your business out of nature,
do it properly.
You have to dig a hole, certain depth and whatever, but majority of people don't, and then they just leave the toilet paper.
That's the reality. Most of the time when we pull up to a rest stop, we never actually leave our van. We pull up, we sleep, that's all it is. We don't really hang out at the rest stop. Now, we like to think that we are very honest about the reality of van life and full-time travel, but we wanted to dedicate a full video to what we call our recovery days. Now, a recovery day is when we've spent a lot of time at these beautiful, dreamy, remote spots, and now we need to recover. We need water, we need to go to the dump, we need to go shopping, we need to do all those non-glamorous things. So today, that's what we're going to show you. So we have made it to a dump point and a water top up, which we're going to do now. Vian's got the hose, he's setting us up. And this water is free today. And most spots have been free, right? It's only Seduna that we paid.
It's only really just off the border of WA and South Australia, the Eyre Peninsula, that you don't have water.
The super remote places were paid, Seduna, but it was only $1.
Yeah.
And then we've kind of held out until we could get here, which was free. The majority of the time we can just wait till there's a free spot. Seduna, we're oh, we need water. But that was just $1, so it wasn't that much. But yeah, some of the areas on the left of the Eyre Peninsula are really expensive, $7-10 and stuff. So we held out for Port Lincoln, which is free. Because this spot is both a water top up and a dump point at the same time, we're gonna do all the dump point stuff as well now. Right, first up, pee bottle. Vian's doing our pee bottle, which is probably the worst part of doing our toilet. So we can actually empty the pee bottle in public toilets, but we usually prefer going to dump points because otherwise you've got to do that awkward walk of shame with a full pee bottle, and you can tell it's pee. Obviously it's empty now, but imagine that it's transparent, so it's yellow. So you have to do this awkward walk of shame.
And also, not only that, when you empty the bucket, it's pretty much a bucket. If you empty a bucket into the toilet, it's gonna overfill and it's gonna splash everywhere, unless you do it really slowly, which you don't want to do it really slowly, because if you're not continuously moving with the pee bucket, it stinks.
It smells so bad.
Rush to it, and then you just get pee all over the floor and all over the place. So yeah, dump points are definitely the way to go with the toilet, the urine section. But Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, we can always just dump it in a toilet, like if we're desperate, but normally we're fine, so.
Because it smells so bad, we usually put vinegar in it to help with the smell.
Yeah,
so.
it also like cleans it and disinfects it and whatever. And Lydia's traumatized because the fly just went into the van, but
So we add the vinegar and just let it sit and we like shake it about. Because it helps with the build-up and the smell and the nastiness.
Yeah, add a little bit of water.
You get build-up. You can probably see some stains. You bring it a little closer.
You don't really show the people.
This is really gross, but we're being very honest here. Look, it gets build-up inside. So it's been emptied. There's just vinegar in here, and you can see there's like build-up.
Yeah, and that happens because obviously urine and also like heat as well. Like it's literally just like boiling heat. When it's like 42 degrees outside, so.
Yeah, so vinegar helps. While Vian's sorting out the pee bottle and the water is filling, I'm gonna fill up water jugs and water bottles. When we have access to water, we like to get as much as possible out of it. So while the water's filling, I fill up our water bottles and then I fill up these, I think they're 10 litre. Yep, 10 litre jugs. So this will help us go remote a little bit longer. So we fill both of these up and then our water bottles. Also, we left dishes in here yesterday because we completely ran out of water, which we hate doing. We always try to stay on top of our dishes, but we completely ran out, so they were just left here to deal with today. Vian gets the fun job of emptying our poo-poo.
And some of you might be thinking, oh, that's nasty. It's actually not that bad. Honestly, it smells like soil, it looks like soil, and you don't touch it. Like, I don't think I've ever gotten any of it on my hands or anywhere.
I feel like it's just awkward and embarrassing to do in public because it's a toilet that you're emptying.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit awkward, but it doesn't smell bad and it's not awful.
Yeah.
Just awkward.
Like, I actually think that emptying the poo is easier than emptying the pee. I'm gonna do that, and we obviously won't show
a bit
that.
of it.
Will we?
Gotta be honest.
Okay. We're gonna stop at Bunnings anyway to get some of the compost cubes. I think we can get bigger bags because these ones, they just slightly stretch over the thing. And I've had an incident where it's nearly like ripped. So I think we're gonna get like those big garbage bin bags.
To make this process a bit better.
Yeah, so
right.
Normal bin bags do work, but bigger bags are better.
Alright, toilet's done. Vian just has to awkwardly maneuver it back in the bathroom.
Because this door is literally made to just fit this toilet in, if you can't tell, like right here. Like it only just fit.
Alright, so the water jugs are full and these will help us go off-grid a little bit longer. Fully topped up and good to go. That process of filling up water takes 30 minutes. Now we got a lot done while we were filling the water. We did the toilet, we did the pee bucket, we did everything. But usually just filling water takes about 30 minutes to fully fill our tanks. It depends on the water pressure as well. Like we've been some places that are really low pressure and are even slower. Some that are even quicker. Now for a store where we spent 99% of our time during the van build. So Vian hates it.
I do not like Bunnings anymore.
Nope.
It's, traumatic. It gives me PTSD. Amount of times that I've gone there. And like, think that you spend $20, but you always walk out spending like $200.
Vian, you look like quite the avid gardener. Successful Bunnings haul, eh, Vian?
As successful as they'll ever go, Lydia.
That was like $30 and that should keep us going for a while.
Yeah, probably 6 months, 5 months.
Yeah, maybe about that. Not too bad. We haven't been in a major shop for a while, since like Albany, so I was super excited that there was a Kmart here. They didn't have majority of what we wanted, but I got more flip-flops because mine keep breaking. There's one win. None for Vian, sadly. They had none, but at least I've got some.
I got some windshield cleaner as well as some AdBlue. The windshield cleaner, I feel like we're gonna run out pretty soon because we've been using it very often. And AdBlue, we're about 60% of the tank full, but it's not good to let your AdBlue tank go below, I think, 30%, because then it can mesh with your emission system. So while we're in civilization, I thought I might as well get it. And it was $52 for both of these. So it was actually pretty cheap. I know a lot of people actually go to like the truck stops to fill up the AdBlue, like on the Sprinters. But like, you know, I don't know. I don't feel easy doing that. So I know Penrite is good, and you don't want anything to go wrong with your emission systems because it costs a lot. Like to do anything with the DEF system in a Sprinter, it's a lot, and you can mess it up pretty easily.
Parking here was so overwhelming. Usually at spots we can get long bays, but there's no long bays here. And sometimes if there's not a long bay, we can park in like 2 bays, but there's no 2 bays and everywhere's really busy. So that was chaotic.
Like literally every single car park that you could potentially, or we would normally go to, have those like covers, the shade covers on them. So they have like height restrictions and like,
So that was chaos, but we're going shopping now. We're pretty much empty. We've been eating like nachos and like dried pancake mixes for the last like week. So we're well overdue a big shop. We're gonna do a big shop. Sheesh, we just did a big shop. I am sweating right now, as you can tell. But huge shop, like $400. Vian's gone into Coles to go grab some more stuff. So we mostly do our huge big shops. We wait until Coles or Woolies, which is a major supermarket chains here in Australia. Because what you find is when you're in remote towns, there's only the IGAs and the local stores, which are very, very expensive. Especially as a celiac, I really struggle to get gluten-free food, especially at an affordable price. Like gluten-free flour here, maybe a couple dollars, and then at a remote location it may be like $8 plus. Like the markup on it is crazy in remote towns, so we always try and save our really big bulk shops, so when we're in bigger towns and bigger cities, and then remote ones we just do little top-ups. So many bags. Still unpacking. We are pretty full.
Yeah,
that was a big shop.
And like I just went to Coles as well to grab a couple of things and some meats in there.
Pretty much.
And we even have ice creams in here as well.
Yeah, Vian got some sneaky ice creams.
It's going to be 42 tomorrow?
Yeah.
So
I think today's 40, so we're sweating.
I was thinking, like, you know, $3 on 10 ice creams. That's pretty good. To cool us down. So the Woolworths shop was $380. It was meant to be $385, but we used 10% discount. Shout out Woolies. So that was like $330, and then the Coles was about $70. So
very big shop, but we should be covered for ages.
Yeah, this is like a month worth for us. So.
Yeah. I'm currently at a laundromat getting loads of laundry done, and this is actually the first time we've ever used a laundromat. And I guess it's just a note that it is so hard to stay on top of washing when you're on the road. Usually we hand wash everything and let it air dry out in the sun. But for the last few weeks we've been really remote. We've been in spots that are super dusty. We've been like out all day, so we didn't have time to do laundry. We've been at rest stops where it's like not appropriate to just have your laundry out on the line. So we've had all these reasons that our laundry's just kept building up and kept building up, and we were like, all right, I think we need to go to a laundromat, especially because of the wild pancake batter disaster we had. We decided we actually had to come to a laundromat and get it done. And we have so much laundry that we are currently using 4 machines. 4. Which is wild. I'm so embarrassed that it got this bad, but glad we're getting on top of it, a new refresh, and then from there we'll just keep on top of hand washing. While I'm doing this, Vian has gone to fuel up, so he's going to go fill up the van and then meet me after. Alright, all that laundry is done. Let's go. We have finally left Port Lincoln. Woo! We were so productive.
Yes, it was.
We got all the laundry done, which all the pancakes gone. I don't know how it cleaned it.
I genuinely do not know. Like, we were gonna ship, like, order some from Target and get it, like, posted to, like, an Ozpost parcel here.
We were totally expecting to have to buy new bed sheets.
Yeah, no, all
Fully
good.
clean.
All good.
Amazing. So bed sheets are clean, all our clothes are clean, everything is nice. We put that away. Vian filled us up on fuel.
Also check tire pressure.
And you check tire pressure.
Which
and
we do have an air
those
compressor,
things.
but it's a lot easier just to go to
Yeah.
a servo and just done.
Now's like, I guess the next reality of van life is like finding somewhere to sleep for the night, which you may be like, oh, dreamy spots everywhere, easy. But it's actually not that easy because you never know what to expect. So we use Wiki Camps and I found a spot which has pretty good reviews. It's like 45 minutes away in Tumby Bay. People say it's great. People say it's a gravel road, but you can get there in a 2-wheel drive. Fingers crossed. It's very hit or miss. You don't know if you're gonna rock up and the campsite's gonna be completely full and you can't stay there, or you don't know if the road conditions are gonna be bad and we can't actually get in on the van. It's like,
Which, especially like WA, we were fine. Like
yeah.
certain areas, certain towns and roads got a little dodgy, but like not too bad. But with that said as well, we went to popular places. Like we haven't gone to like the outback or up north. But the whole Iron Peninsula,
Has been a rough road.
any attraction, anything is
Yeah.
just like
So,
at least like 30-kilometer road where you're just like
yeah, they've
It's-
been really bad roads. And
Yeah.
by the way, guys, right now, firstly, my arm's killing holding up the camera, and I'm sweating because we were in the laundromat. And by the way, the last couple of days have been so hot, and we've been like, what is going on?
Our van hit 47 degrees.
47.
Like,
And we're in the laundromat, and the news came on, and it was like South Australia is in its second day of an extreme heat wave. We're offering support to like people in like remote
they're like
communities, and
opening
we're
up
like,
churches where air conditioner will like stretches out for people to stay the night and whatever.
that is why it's been so hot. We're in a heat wave.
I'm so glad we have that air conditioner.
The aircon has been a lifesaver, but even now, like we've turned our van aircon off to film, and I'm like
Immediately hot.
dripping in sweat right now.
Yeah.
I hope you can't tell.
And if you
That's
can
so
tell,
nasty.
don't judge us. We're about to shower. So
Yes, we got water. We can actually go shower now, but
Yeah.
fun. So we're driving somewhere, 45 minutes. We have no idea if we'll actually be able to sleep there. We have no idea if it'll be nice. We have no idea if the van can get there. We have no idea if it's going to be full because it's like 4:30 p.m. right now, and we still have a 45-minute drive, and we're stuck in roadworks. So, cross your fingers.
Hey, we did that at the same time.
And we're back on corrugated road. Also notice all the bugs all over our window. Another reality of van life.
Yeah.
Sheesh, looks
It's
pretty busy.
really busy here.
Popular spot. We have to slowly drive through and find a spot where we can go. Right, so we have pulled up to our spot. It's really nice actually. Right by the water. And Vian's decided he wants to do the AdBlue and the windshield stuff now.
Lydia, we could have just weed in this container.
What?
It contains like 40% urea.
What?
Like, could we have just bought half a bottle and then just
Peed on it.
peed in it?
Do you want me to open anything? Is that stuck?
Yeah.
While Vian does that, struggles with the bottle. Look at how filthy from all the bugs.
It did not want to cooperate, so
You had to cut it open.
yeah.
It's still not opening. Hey! And now do you know where you're putting this? I guess it should be in this big thing that says AdBlue.
Yeah, so this thing takes 20 liters
Wait, really?
of AdBlue. The bull bar makes it more difficult.
Really?
Yeah, because
Oh, because you can't really tilt over it. Oh, whoa. Oh, you got it in the hole.
I thought the stuff would be blue, but it's like clear.
Yeah, what?
Why do they call it AdBlue?
They just put it in a blue bottle. It's not even blue. I was expecting it to be like neon blue. Kind of disappointed.
I'm very disappointed. I feel ripped off.
Should we check how much is in it before you keep going?
It's still chugging.
Yeah, but we don't want to fill it all the way, do we? So a fly
I
just
think filling
landed
it all
on
the
me.
way is fine.
You think?
Yeah.
Or you know?
It's just a reservoir.
Oh dear.
She'll be right.
Didn't the mechanic say not to?
No. That's the oil. So that's another thing with the Mercedes sprinters.
No, we don't need a full car mechanic. This is not what this video is.
Like when you top up the oil, you don't want it to be full. Because
How scenic.
the oil expands when it heats up. I don't know if it's bad for your paint, but it contains urea. So like, I would assume that it would be bad. So I'm just going to rinse it off. But it took the whole container, as I suspected. Because I think the reservoir is 22 litres.
Okay.
Onto the windshield washer now.
Yeah.
Which also I need water for.
Do you know how to do it?
I know how to do it. I just don't know how big this reservoir is. It looks pretty big, so... Okay. So at about 150 mils.
Oh dear. This could go horrible.
So this is another awkward position, so I'm just going to have to go in smooth motion.
Oh dear.
If it's extra strong, I don't mind it.
Go get in the water. Wait, more water. Are we done?
Yeah.
Now we can actually do the other list of a million things we need to do. Still.
Sure.
Done.
Just while we're in the
Just having a look for funsies now.
Make sure everything's still good. We have been driving on a horrible road. So the really nice thing about a more modern car is that it has everything you need to know on the infotainment. So here you can see AdBlue is topped up, it's all good. This is the little emergency line that I was talking about, the red line. You don't really want to go below that, and we were at halfway. So we're all good for AdBlue. But look at this! How cool is this? You can even like check
Okay, we
the
don't
car's on level, but you can literally check everything you need to know about the car. So that I have ease of mind while we're driving all the time, because I'm like, if something's wrong, the van will tell me.
So despite us getting loads done, we still have loads to do.
I seriously can't be bothered packing away the clothes.
So we have to sort out all our laundry, make our bed, put all the clothes away in cupboards, do all of that.
And we still have to clean the van.
I was getting to that. We have to clean the whole van because it's dirty and needs a clean. And we have to make the compost for our toilet. And we have to cook dinner and eat because neither of us have eaten today.
We had Wheatie Bix.
Oh, we had breakfast, but not lunch.
Yeah. We don't have any hand towels to dry my hands with.
Dan's a legend who, because our washing was still a little bit wet, he's just put it on.
Don't tug on it. It's fragile.
So because it was kind of wet, we've hung it up here and then hung it up in the front. Despite us doing 3 dryer loads, you're meant to react.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Vian's now flipping the mattress and gonna make the bed.
It's very tight fit. It's like made to the millimeter. So it's it takes some compression and effort.
Do you want me to help or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay, legend.
Now I just have to do that, but in reverse.
So flipping our mattress is the best way to keep it like good.
Fresh.
Fresh and healthy.
Yeah.
The company told us to like flip it and rotate it frequently. So that's what Vian's doing. He's a legend. And then we're gonna put all these on him and the bed will be made. And then this is just gonna stay there for a bit until it dries. It's hot and the van is a mess.
Yes, it is absolute chaos in here. But the bed is made. We actually have bed linen.
We didn't put the proper blanket on it yet because,
'cause
you
it's
know,
still
middle of a
hot.
heat wave. So we've just left it messy, but bed is done. We've finished everything we need to do and we are good to now go on adventures again.
Yes, except for cleaning the floors and taking a shower, which we're both desperately...
Which I guess that's one
need
thing we
for.
want to point out is that the floors get like filthy. We'll show you a quick shot.
Yeah.
But we're going to clean the floor, have a shower. I'm going to cook mac and cheese. I feel like it's
I'm
comfort
so excited
food.
for that.
We haven't eaten today, so comfort food is what we need. We're
Yeah.
going to have a lazy night, shower, chill, and then we're ready to go on adventures again.
The solar charger is only bringing in what we're using because the battery is pretty much full. So I'm going to blast the aircon.
Yeah.
Absolutely blast the crap out of the aircon.
So we're going to get nice and cozy. It is good. We hope this has shown you like a good... I feel so flat right now because we haven't eaten. So sorry for the lack of enthusiasm. We need to go. We got to go eat. But we hope we've shown you like a reality of van life and what these days actually look like for us.
Let's go. To the loo. That's when you're going to shower.
Thanks for watching.
Bye guys. So you can probably already tell that we have the aircon blasting, but we nearly forgot. We need to make up the compost mix for our toilet, which we use about 2/3 of a cube of this, and we break it up into little pieces in here and add water until it's like soil consistency. So I'll overlay a little clip of what it looks like afterwards, but yeah, that's it. And then you just put it straight in the toilet.
It's so quiet, our voices literally echo through the street.
That is so cursed. The fingers are like missing on that doll.
I just find dolls always creepy. Oh, you're beautiful.
I'm pretty sure this horse got more affirmation from Lydia than I have ever gotten from Lydia.
Anytime I see an
"Oh,
animal.
you're so beautiful, you're so pretty."
Yeah.